All my dreams in section 2 can all come to pass. In addition, Parrish Prophecies comes in 3 DVD discs that are approximately 3 hours in length. Now, without further ado, let us explore Parrish Fulfilled Prophecies together. This is this one, and this one covers dreams from letter A through letter T. This is section 1, letter A. There's 3 dreams in this segment that begins with the letter A. There's one dream about the Concorde, there's one dream about a small airplane that crashed into a building, and there's a 2-in-1 dream about a Russian plane crash and a Brazilian plane crash. The first number in this segment is the number 1. The segment is called Section 1, One Airplane Dream, or S1 1AD. In the month of September 27, 1990, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I had an eerie dream that showed me a large triangular black airplane covered in a heavy dark mist, and this object glided out from under a pillar of gray clouds. This huge shadowy airplane projected 3 beams of light from its belly, and this object in my dream had flown over an airport. And I have a drawing of this dream. As you see there, this triangular black airplane-like object had flown over an airport with 3 beams of light which were projected from underneath its belly. The next number in this segment is the number 2. This segment is called S12AD. In the month of November 20th, 2002, I recorded this dream in my dream book. A week ago, I had another dream about the same aircraft that crashed into an elongated building, and that this elongated building was centered between 2 other tall buildings. And I have a drawing of this dream. As you see there, this airplane is heading toward a building which is centered between 2 other tall buildings. The next and last number of this segment is the number 3. This segment is called S13AD. In the month of August 22nd, 2006, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I had a vision that showed me something was about to happen that will involve Russia and Brazil. In this vision or dream, I seen Russian men in uniform, and these Russian men ran on what appeared to me to be steps and railings. It almost looked like they ran on an upper railroad station. Then I heard someone say Ukraine. Also, I remember I told someone inside this dream to keep your eyes on Brazil. The next letter in this section is the letter B. This is section 1, letter B. There's 3 dreams in this segment that begins with the letter B. There's one dream about a building called 1515 Broadway. There's one dream about the Brooklyn and Staten Island tornadoes. And there's one dream about a bridge collapse. The first number of this segment is the number 1. The segment is called section 1, 1.1515 Broadway Dream, or S1 1.1515 BRWD. In the month of December 16, 1996, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I had a dream that showed me one building on 43rd Street. This building I seen was located in Manhattan. And the number I seen upon this tall white building was 1515 Broadway. The next number in this segment is the number 2. This segment is called section 1, Brooklyn and Staten Island Tornado Dream, or S1 1BSD. In the month of July 14, 2004, I recorded this dream in my dream book. In this dream, I remember that I'd gone outside for some reason, and then I ran into a man that I had seen before. There on the Brooklyn sidewalk, this stranger asked me if I was going to preach here on Broadway. And I told him if God wants me to preach on Broadway, then I will preach on Broadway. The next thing I recall in this dream was I found myself fly underneath the J train elevated platform for a while. And then I emerged from out underneath this elevated train station so I could fly into the city. And while I was in the air, my eyes suddenly focused upon something that looked like 2 gray tornadoes. I stared at these tornadoes for a few seconds, and then I felt compelled to turn back around so I could return home. And I have a drawing of the string here, the 2 tornadoes, as you see there. The next and last number in this segment is the number 3. This segment is called section 1, One Bridge Collapse Dream, or S1 1BCB. In the month of January 4, 2007, I recorded this dream in my dream book. In this dream, I remember I had kneeled upon a small sandy patch of land, or some type of little island, and it was evening time. In front of me was this structure that looked like an elevated train station, or more like a bridge that extended its structure onto my left side and onto my right side. Then the next thing I noticed was the left side of this bridge-like structure hanging over a lake that was small. As I looked at this structure closely, I then began to sense fear and awe. From a vantage point, I was unable to see any people on the structure. Then I picked up in my spirit this structure might have been the Brooklyn Bridge or some other kind of bridge inside another city. The next letter in this section is the letter C. This is section 1, letter C. There's one dream in this segment that begins with the letter C. This segment is about the Columbia Space Shuttle. The first number in this segment is the number 1. This segment is called Section 1, Columbia Space Shuttle Dream, or S11CD. In the month of April 30th, 1991, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I had a vision, and in this vision I seen two small shooting star-like objects that fell from the sky. These shooting star-like objects were sad to look upon because they fell from a very sunny sky. Then the next thing I seen in this dream were two small black objects which were stationed on a bed of grass. And I have a drawing of this dream. As you see there, the two shooting star-like objects which fell from a sunny sky. And then the next and last thing I seen in this dream was two black objects which were stationed on a bed of grass. The next letter in this section is the letter E. This is section 1, letter E. There's one dream in this segment that begins with the letter E. This segment is about the Empire State Building. The first number in this segment is the number 1. This segment is called Section 1, Empire State Building Dream, or S11ED. In the month of December 16, 1996, I recorded this dream in my dream book. I had a dream that featured several New York City landmarks, and in one of New York City landmarks, I seen the Empire State Building. This dream was slightly eerie, and I have a drawing of this particular dream. As you see there, the Empire State Building, which is in the middle of other two landmarks that I've seen in New York City. This is 1515 Broadway, and this is my drawing of the Brooklyn Bridge. The next letter in this section is the letter I. This is section 1, letter I. There's 9 intuition stories in this segment that begins with the letter I. There's an intuition story about 9/11, the Indian Ocean tsunami, the explosion of a military base in Iraq, Hurricane Katrina, the Virginia Tech shooting, the Peru earthquake, the death of my brother, Barack Hussein Obama, and Hillary Clinton. The first number in this segment is the number 1. The segment is called Section 1, One Intuition Story, or S11IS. In the month of September 10, 2001, I recorded this dream recorded this intuition in my dream book. While I sat inside a tub of water, I began to calm my mind and spirit down from the activities of the day. And suddenly, for no reason, I began to cry silently. I prayed and asked God to have mercy because my intuition had told me a great deal of people would lose their lives soon. The next number in this segment is the number 2. This segment is called S12IS. In the month of August 8, 2004, I recorded this intuition story in my dream book. Once again, I meditated inside a tub of water, and while I meditated, I started to cry in my spirit. My intuition told me another major event will take place, and that this coming event will claim a greater number of lives. The next number in this segment is the number 3. The segment is called S13IS. In the month of December 17th and December 20th, I recorded these intuition stories in my dream book. In December 17, 2004, I was abruptly interrupted from doing my duties on my job because suddenly I sensed in my spirit, or my intuition picked up, a great explosion sound. Then in December 20th, 2004, while I rested at home with my wife, suddenly I picked up in my spirit, or my intuition once again picked up, a huge explosion sound. The next number of this segment is the number 4. This segment is called S14IX. In the month of August 12, 2005, I recorded this intuition story in my dream book. My intuition told me while I meditated privately that a very unsettling event would happen soon. The next number in this segment is the number 5. This segment is called S15IX. In the month of April 16, 2007, I recorded this intuition story in my dream book.